Well, hi there, food friends. It's Kevin.
And Marianne behind the camera.
And welcome to Cavalcade of Food. And we are literally in the kitchen today, aren't we, Toots?
Yes.
And we are going to make pork chops deluxe. What do you think of that?
Sounds good.
So, we've done pork chops before, most famously our mom's Polish pork chops. But today, I've got these loin chops here, Mira. Let's show our friends. And I want to say thank you to my buddy Randy because Randy bought a whole hog and had it processed, and he brought over a whole bunch of pork, didn't he?
Yeah.
So anyways, here are two loin pork chops that we're going to do. What I like about this dish, Mir, is it's kind of an all-in-one type thing. Now, do you see this ring of fat here?
Yes.
Now, you can trim that off if you want, but you know, you don't want to trim the meat. And sometimes when you have a ring of fat like that, as the fat renders in a pan, it'll kind of twist and curl the meat a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to prevent that, I'm going to just cut some slices.
I think Mom did that with steaks.
Yes, she would. And it's just it's an old-time trick. We're just going to score here. You don't need to cut through to the meat. You're just going to score the fat. And that will reduce that situation. So I'm going to do that. And because pork is fairly lean, it dries out quickly. You remove all the fat, and you're going to get rid of a lot of the flavor and the moisture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have got a skillet sort of heating up here, but this is sort of a one-dish meal, and I'm going to salt and pepper these chops. I'll do the first side first, and then when I get it in the pan, we'll do the other side. But we're going to have, basically, we're going to brown the pork chops in the skillet, and then we're going to put some rice in with it. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put in a couple tablespoons of olive oil here in a hot pan. Got the old Westinghouse going here. And I'm going to put, oh, you want to hear that nice sizzle?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to get these in the pan and brown them in the olive oil. And then I'm going to come back here. I'm going to salt and pepper this side. I'll come back and we'll get our rice and vegetable mix going. Okay, Mary, I've got a saucepan here. I have got 3/4 of a cup of chicken broth. And I've got a 1/2 cup of long grain rice. All right? We're going to get that going. And we're going to bring that to a boil back here. All right. Now, I got a can of stewed tomatoes, Italian style. But I'm going to chop these up a little bit because these are like whole tomatoes, and I don't want those big chunks. And this is my method. I get my kitchen shears, which are one of my favorite tools. I've gotten to use them for so many things. And I'm putting them right in there, and I'm doing the chop just like this, okay?
Okay.
But the Italian stewed tomatoes has got the basil, garlic, and oregano in it. Okay, so there's our stewed tomatoes. Let me check our pork chops, see how they're doing. Under them here. I'm going to let it go another minute or so. Yeah, they're browning, but we're going to let it go another minute. Okay. So I've got the oven preheating to 350 degrees. I'm bringing the chicken broth and rice up to a boil. And there it goes. All right, so now we're going to that, Maren, we're going to add our whole can of stewed tomato, okay?
Okay.
And I'm going to go in there and chop it up a little bit more. I guess there were a couple pieces at the bottom I didn't get. Okay. Then I've got a half a cup of chopped yellow pepper, sweet pepper. You could use green pepper. I like to vary the color, right? We got the red from the tomatoes. I've got here 2 green onions that I've chopped, only the green parts, okay? I didn't use the white. We're going to put the green onions in here, and we're going to put our yellow peppers in here. And we're going to stir that around. Okay. And then I'm just going to turn that off in the back. So our main job now is to brown up our beautiful loin, oh, there we go, loin pork chops. Get a nice brown color on the other side. And then we'll start assembling things in our 8x8 pan. Now, if you want, it's just Sister and I having dinner tonight, so that's why I'm only making 2 pork chops, and that's how they were packaged, by 2. If you wanted to make 4, make 4. Just double the recipe, right? And you'd need a bigger pan. You could do like a 9x13, okay? But this should suffice for our pork chops deluxe for 2. So, Mayor, I've got our rice, tomato, pepper, scallion mix, okay? That is going to go in the pan. Boy, that smells good. You hear those chops? They're still sizzling away. I took them off the heat. Okay. So, let's take our pork chops. And I'm going to lay one there. And lay one there. How's that? Then we cover. Okay, it's at 350. It's going to bake for about an hour. I've been smelling it for the past half hour. Haven't you, Mare?
Yes.
So, there's 2 kind of things you want to check. Now, careful, I'm going to take this off. Very hot. Look at that, honey. Isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
I love all the colors. So one thing you want to make sure, two things. One, that the rice is cooked. The rice obviously should be tender, and it is. And it's absorbed all that delicious chicken broth and tomato flavor and porkiness, if that's a word. Then let's just look at the pork chops themselves, Mare. We want to make sure that they're cooked, and they should be, because I'm going to tell you right now, these things are fork tender. Okay? So the fact that I can tell they're done. So we're going to give it a minute or two to cool down. But what I love about this is we've got the whole meal, don't we?
Yes.
We've got our meat, we've got our veg, we got our starch, and it's all there. So, anyways, we'll give this a couple minutes to cool down a bit, and then we will try it. So what I think I'm going to do here, honey, is let me kind of get under this pork chop. Look at that. We'll put the chop on the plate, and then we'll put our vegetable rice mix there. How's that? Now, when we say deluxe, Toots, we mean it. All right. Isn't that pretty?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to start with that rice and veggie mixture is so good. You're going to like that. Now, let's get some of that pork chop. No knife required. Just cutting it with a fork. Delicious pork loin chop. That is a nice, nice meal. So, recipe is in the description below the video. And among other things, Mary Ann, maybe we should tell them about the old website.
cavalcadafood.com.
Tell it like it is. So that's the place where you can connect to all the videos and my other YouTube channel, Always Analog, and the Cavalcade Radio Hour. You can listen live on Saturday mornings. It's all right there. So anyways, I'm going to thank my sister for working the camera.
You're welcome.
You'll get a thank you with a pork chop in a minute. And then let's thank our food friends for watching, and we'll wish everybody, I hope you're all getting out of winter. I think we are slowly here in Michigan. One day it's 25 degrees, the next day it's 45 degrees. But we'll get there. So anyways, take care, stay well, and we'll see you again real soon here on Cavalcade of Food. Bye, everybody.
Bye.